Right now, it's a round 1 game behind me featuring the Cary Panthers and the Nez Perce Nighthawks. And right now, the Panthers are the 3 seed, but they're on upset watch. Only 45 seconds to go, and they're trailing by 7 in the final Mountain West Conference regular season game between these two before the jump to the Pac-12 next year. And now the conference title game for the Mountain West will head to some computer tiebreakers. I'm standing by here with Richfield Tigers head coach Matt Kent. Matt, this is Matt's first year as the Richfield Tigers head coach. Matt, what's it been like so far? Obviously 2-0 start for your guys. How would you describe, your season to this point?
It's been really fun.
Obviously, huge family atmosphere here, and the rodeo is really just one big family, if I've learned anything over the last few days. Talking about all of the 13 Magic Valley teams that qualified for postseason play here in some high school football. Let's just start right away with the biggest classification. Last weekend, we saw Twin Falls take that conference championship from Minico. As such, they are going to enter as the 4 seed in the 5A tournament. Finally, we're going to talk about the only 1A team in action, Cary, obviously on bye after winning. This team, I have fallen in love with this story all year long. I mean, the Hanson Huskies, they haven't made the playoffs in this century since the year 2000. You can go all the way back. Wow. They haven't made the playoffs. I've been alive since the 2000, and they haven't made the playoffs in my lifetime. Here we are, the Hanson Huskies in the playoffs, 7-1 as well. And welcome back into Friday Night Blitz. As promised before the break, we have a state rematch in 4A between Sugar Salem and Kimberly. Kimberly so happy to have their starting quarterback, McCrae Bruning, back in this one. They were only down 14-7 at the half against the top team in the classification. Third down for Sugar. Frank Fillmore rolls out to his right, throws one up here to Ace Clark. Check out this play over the top of the Kimberly defender. That's going to be a touchdown as well. Sugar takes a 21-7 lead. Then in the fourth, though, Bruning dropping back to pass, and he hits his favorite target, Titus Osterman, in the end zone, who comes down with it. The Dogs trail 21-14. They had a defensive stop, and they have a chance here driving down the field. Bruning, though, hits his receiver, it pops off his pads, and is picked by Walter Fillmore as Sugar is going to wind it all the way down inside of 2 minutes. The home stretch of Week 4 of Friday Night Blitz, if you can believe that. And we had a great 8-man matchup between Glens Ferry and Grace. Both of these teams undefeated. One of them has to go home with their first loss on the year. Grizzlies, though, with the ball, 2nd and 10, running the option actually here. Gavin Draper hesitates before pitching it off to his running back, Bryant Moss. He's got a path down the sideline. Grizzlies up 8-0. Then the Pilots trying to get something going of their own. It's Braden Spriggs scrambling out and down the sidelines for the Pilots. A nice scramble there, but the Grizzlies defense would hold strong. Then the Grizzlies trying to capitalize. Draper taking his time in the pocket, looking for a man downfield, taking the shot. Parker Yost, what a catch there by the senior. Grizzlies in the red zone. Now Draper dropping back again. He's going to find senior Moss in the end zone for the Grizzlies. Another touchdown there. This one got really ugly for Glens Ferry, as the final would be 55-0 in favor of Grace, as Grace beats another Magic Valley team and moves to 5-0. Hagerman's up 9 in the third when we arrive, and this 3 from Jace Levitt is going to make it 12 in the third, but that's when Murtaugh started a comeback for the ages. Broxton Widmeyer gets it going here with that elbow 3 ball. Then Murtaugh's looking inside. Jackson Stanger nearly travels there, but finds McCoy Jensen. It's a 4-point game heading to the fourth. We're tied in the fourth. This first shot here is no good. Mavenkamp brothers, though, for Hagerman collide, and Jensen puts it back up and in. Murtaugh has the lead here, and this play was the dagger. Swinging around to the corner, Widmeyer rising up in the corner. You bet that's a 4-point play. He's fired up about that one, and he should be for good measure here. Jensen, the bounce passes. He gets double teamed to Gavin Gray. An easy deuce there, and Murtaugh ends that 15-year state tournament drought with a 48-44 comeback win over Hagerman. They'll join district champs Valley in the 2A state tournament.
High school finals rodeo began yesterday, and hometown reporter Brevin Monroe caught up with the family, sending not 1 but 2 kids to state and another to nationals.
I mean, adrenaline, family, just overall community,
That's how Minico High School graduate Jake Stapleman describes his experience with high school rodeo. But Stapleman has the unique distinction of qualifying for the state finals in team roping with his younger brother Kyle.
We had just a couple nice horses that we had, and so we started out at just youth ropings and all that, so that's just a family deal, I guess.
The Stapleman brothers got their start in rodeo, like many others, due to family, as their father Travis is currently the District 6 high school rodeo president. But they say this title didn't really put pressure on them to compete.
No, because he was the president after we had already kind of started, getting into rodeo, and I mean, there was pressure like getting us there, but I mean, it wasn't like him being the president was the pressure.
Travis himself said he got into rodeo through some friends in high school that showed him the ropes literally and figuratively on how to be successful in the arena, which is what he hopes to pass on to kids in the district.
I feel like I've learned a lot over the years, and have learned some things to help them and help them get into it better than I did. But it's a lot of fun. It's a sport that no matter where you start, you can go to different levels just by how much work and effort you put in. It's not just sons or brothers who are great cowboys in the Stapleman family either, because they have a cowgirl heading to the National Junior High Rodeo in Des Moines, Iowa as well. Dally Stapleman is an incoming freshman at Minico High School, and she qualified for nationals in breakaway roping, which she says is not what she expected.
Well, I was really expecting to go in goat tying because I worked really hard for that one, but then I went to the short go sitting number 6, and then it didn't go so great. And then going into breakaway, I went into the short go number 3rd, and then I just had 3 solid runs and ended up reserve champion.
For those unfamiliar with rodeo, reserve champion is the name used for second place. And with 3 kids heading to state or national rodeos over the next few weeks, the Staplemans will be busy but also excited for the weeks ahead. At the state level, you join up with a lot of different areas that you don't get to see all year. And so it's a lot of fun to get down there and start competing against just all different kids that you haven't seen. In Burley, Brevin Monroe, KMVT Sports. 10U baseball team is heading to the Cal Ripken Regional Baseball Tournament in Helena, Montana after an impressive season and runner-up state tournament finish. I caught up with the Mavericks at practice yesterday before they head off to Big Sky Country. Baseball. America's pastime and a sport many kids spend their summers playing, making memories, and most importantly, having fun. The Mavericks 10U Select Cal Ripken team in Twin Falls is no different in those aspects, but in team selection, it's a different story.
We're kind of the all-star affiliate of Cal Ripken, and so we host an open tryout in front of the Blazing the League. The kids come, and we do the evaluation process, and the goal is to pick the 12 best players to go and represent the Cal Ripken League and the Magic Valley.
Tyson Traveler is the coach of the Mavericks 10U Selects, and he's helped guide these 10-year-olds to a 39-8 record this summer, as well as 3 tournament wins and runner-up finish at state.
They've done everything well all year. I mean, I think our hitting and our bats was really carried us this year. They've really put the bat on the ball. They've hit great and, hit really well, just 1 through 12 across the order. While the hitting on the team has been great, you don't win 39 games without pitching, and Coach Traveler's son gave credit to the kids on the mound.
Our pitching's been great. We've hung with a lot of tough teams. We've come out with a couple W's with top teams. But, it'll be fun to go to regionals and see how we can do there.
The Maverick squad is made up of kids from all around the Magic Valley, but everyone on the team gets along even without the familiarity.
Actually, none of them go to school with me anymore. I'm the only one, and most of them are like Kimberly and Tyler, so I'm pretty much one of the only ones from Twin. They're pretty easy to make friends with. Like, they're all really nice, and they're just easy to talk to.
While the entire team's goal is to get to the Cal Ripken World Series in Indiana next month, for one player, his goal is to follow in his father's footsteps.
My dad, he played a lot of baseball, and he went to regionals, and then he went to the World Series, so I thought that was pretty cool, and I just thought one day I could have a chance.
With that goal in front of him, Brady would love to seize it. Regardless of what happens, though, Coach Traveler is proud of his team's growth this season and is hoping they bring their A game for regionals.
I love watching them, go to these tournaments, compete, and kind of surprise themselves with how they perform sometimes, That's probably been a really cool thing about this team is the kids are really humble, and I don't think quite know how good they can be. All right, Mavericks on 3.
1, 2, 3, Mavericks!
In Twin Falls, Brevin Monroe, KMVT Sports.